Hey there, I'm T. Welcome to Earth to Eve Tarot. I'm gonna come back and do another reading for you guys, but before I start, did you notice my new aesthetic? Right? Honestly, I didn't actually expect my channel to take off like it did, and I'm just thrilled about it. I don't know what else to say. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys. And I kind of spruced up my YouTube channel a little bit. You may not recognize my thumbnails right away. You may not recognize my logo right away, but it is me, and it is authentically me. All the things that I love. Really, that's what it's all about. Like, I like to share things that I love. The things you see in my thumbnails, my logo, the bugs, the moss, the plants, that's who I am. I am a wild spirit. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm totally open to feedback about it. But for now, let's get into your reading. You guys want to do a love reading? I think we should do a love reading right now. Let's actually pull the energy that is currently shared between you and the person that you're thinking about. What is the energy that is going back and forth between the collective and the person that they are thinking about? What does that energy look like? The Seven of Cups. I mean, that really leaves a lot open to interpretation there, for sure. Let's get another one. Oh, a couple on the floor here. They're definitely always important when they fall on the floor. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Lovers. Just have a look at these. All right. I feel like both of you may be taking a step back at the moment to reassess your feelings about each other. Both of you, and neither of you may know it, but both of you, I think, walk away from each other when you do, and overthink some of the things that you said or you did. You know, micro expressions, all these little things. There seems to be this emotional analysis privately, but it feels like you're both doing it. It feels like you're both emotionally assessing privately. But there's this like little glimmer of hope and optimism here with this Seven of Cups. Or alternatively as well, if you are currently not actually connected to this person, I feel like, to me, it's about keeping that door open just a little, whether that's coming from your side or their side. But definitely an emotional assessment. I would like to actually clarify the Eight of Cups here. What's that about? I don't necessarily look at the Eight of Cups as a bad thing. I think sometimes, you know, it's okay to walk away and cry in your Cheerios if you have to. You know what I mean? And think about it, and like, there's a not knowing for both of you. There's an unknowing for both of you. And so this situation feels like it is hanging in limbo at the moment. The Two of Swords often represents limbo to me because it is like agreeing to disagree, or not being able to see a way out of a situation. There's definitely, I don't think either of you are sharing this with each other at this time. Although, I feel like, have you recently had a little coincidence where, let's say, for example, you were talking about this person the day before, or something that they do, or either way, the next day they do something completely relative to the conversation or the thing you pointed out the day before. There's definitely a connectedness here, okay? mentally for both of you. Six of Wands just fell out. Six of Wands. More to clarify the Eight of Cups. That's a lot. I'm not going to take that. That's a lot. Cards to clarify. The Eight of Cups. So we have the Six of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Tower, the King of Cups, the King of Swords. I think it's quite possible that both of you at the moment are kind of playing like you don't think about each other. You're avoiding eye contact. You're avoiding each other possibly as much as you can. But like I feel like at some point this has got to come to a head, right? The Tower. The only thing to do now is just allow this Tower moment. Okay, and I'm going to pull this card out and put it aside. Because the one thing that I've gotten from both sides, especially over the past couple of weeks, is two pretty, I don't know, obstinate people who are like, nope, digging my heels in, not thinking about you, not giving you my energy, not giving you my safe space, not going to tolerate this kind of communication, and given a person something to think about, right? Like walking away and thinking about it here with the Eight of Cups. But these cards that I've pulled are to represent the energy between the both of you. And I think many of you, not necessarily all of you, haven't fully detached. I think you try to detach. You do your best, but again, leaving this door open just enough. My grandma used to say, like, never slam the shithouse door too hard, right? That's what this is. It's like I see two people being like turning from each other and being no, going their own separate way, and yet somehow always coming back to each other. It's this like cycle. It's this cycle of curiosity, and then warmth, and then fear, and then disconnection, and then irritation, and then soft gestures, and then warmth, and it just keeps going around and around and around and around. Let's clarify the Tower card here. Let's clarify that. Clarifying the Tower. The Ace of Swords. A bunch just fell on the floor. 1 second. Okay. Ace of Swords. Five of Cups. The King of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. The Ten of Wands. I don't think there's things that this person wants you to be aware of right now. I feel like there is a truth that could potentially expose this Tower. Okay? This is what this individual doesn't want. It's what they don't want. You know, we have the King here, the King of Swords here as well. And the King of Swords here. And I feel like that King of Swords is quite willing to defend that tower before it falls. It's like, if that tower's coming down, I'm going down with it. That's what it feels like. I will die before I share my feelings. That's like, I know that sounds extreme, but I will fall with this tower. before I expose my feelings. There's so much fear this person has about exposing themselves. Are you dealing with a Cancer? I'm just curious. Like, is that possible? Because, like, that's crab behavior, right? They love intimacy. Cancers love intimacy. Or watery signs love intimacy. But when it comes down to emotional things, that is their vulnerable spot. That's where, you know, chemistry and volatility happens. Yeah. And so they get their crab armor on, right? They sword up and they're like, nope, no. We're not going to talk about that. Who is this King of Swords? Give me cards to just... Why are they the King of Swords? Give me anything to just represent this energy and why it's up twice, because they are guarding a truth. That's what it feels like. It feels like they are guarding a truth. Whoa, did you see that? Yeah, right? Seven of Wands. Very defensive. Oh my. Very defensive. The Two of Wands. Right? They've got their back turned. They're acting like they don't see you. They're being stoic or trying to, and that's their defense mechanism. The Ace of Pentacles is here as well. Give me some more cards to clarify who this King of Swords is and what is he all about. It is the energy I speak to. Right, the Sun. This is an illuminating truth. They don't want you to see how it is that they really feel about you. Right? King of Cups, Two of Cups, Six of Wands, Two of Swords. They don't want you to see that. The Two of Cups again. The Queen of Pentacles. Strength. It is your nurturing nature that they love, right? Like, that is what they crave. They crave that kind of intimacy. Again, I'm going to put Cancer out there just one more time. Okay? Or a water sign. They crave your intimacy. You may be the type of person who has a great ability to, like, romanticize everything. And you're just so nurturing. Your strength, right? This is what they love about you. But still, over here with this King of Swords, let's just pull these out. King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Why so defensive towards the collective? Why so defensive towards the collective? The Magician. Because for you to know would be to manifest you, and they can't handle that right now, right? Ace of Cups. Why so defensive towards the collective? The Two of Wands. Again, very defensive about a Two of Wands. It's here as well. What's the Two of Wands about? Six of Pentacles. Interesting. You can fast forward through the video if you want to. They don't want you to know about like a new beginning that's happening for them. Is that what? The Hermit. This person is definitely defensive. The Ten of Swords. Oh, something flip over in there. The King of Pentacles. The Six of Wands again. Temperance. The Seven of Pentacles. This individual may feel like they're actually starting from the ground up in a situation. And, you know, I said in one of my previous readings that this person just isn't quite ready for you yet. Yet at the same time, trying to find their inner King of Pentacles. This is very difficult for this person. They predominantly run on logic. And they're very airy and they're very in their mind a lot of the time. Over-analyzing, over-assessing, keeping themselves very guarded. They have a very hard time connecting with the type of vulnerability that the King of Pentacles offers. This person just is not that chill. They just are not that chill. But you are. And that's the type of intimacy they crave. But they know they can't hold you. They know that their hands are too small for you. Okay? Let's look at the Lovers. What is the Lovers about here? What is the Lovers about? The Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. I think both of you have a knowing of each other that you're both, like, there's obviously this mental connectedness here, or there was at one point. And I almost feel like you both have an inner knowing that when the time is right, we will revisit this. Like, this is a conversation that was never had, yet isn't over. Okay? It was a conversation that has yet to be had, but isn't over. Like, you both know that. There's this, like, inner knowing of we will be speaking about this at some point. You and me. Us. Together. But now is not the time. This slow energy, actually, honestly, almost feels comforting. Like there's no pressure. There's no pressure. And from your perspective, that's because, like, you're doing your own thing, right? This person could not handle approaching you right now, and it's not because of you. But it would initiate a tower moment for them. They just don't have the capacity. They just don't have the capacity right now. But this conversation will be had, right? Five of Wands and Judgment. This conversation of opinions, feelings, facts, all of it. Five of Wands to me is a group of people getting together, having debates, cracking open communication. And it's difficult communication. It is difficult communication, but it will be had. Judgment. This conversation, whatever needs to be said, will be had. I don't know when. They don't know when. You don't know when. Okay? Nine of Cups on the floor. Justice. The 8 of Wands. This conversation will be had at some point. It's going to be a tough one. Okay? 3 of Swords. Knight of Wands. Back over to this Lover's card. The High Priestess. Yeah, there is definitely a mental connection between the both of you. There's a spiritual connection between the both of you. There's a spiritual knowing that there is no rush. 5 of Swords. Give me another one. 3 of Pentacles. Right now it would be an impossibility. It would be an impossibility. Let's get some more cards. How does this person genuinely and truly feel about the collective? I mean, you would be a tower moment for them. Telling you the truth would be a tower moment. This person doesn't want to make regretful decisions, and either do you. How do they truly feel about the collective? The Page of Swords. How does this person genuinely feel about the collective? The Magician. They're definitely, this person doesn't want to, they want to leave that door open. They don't want to lose you. They want to manifest you, but very slowly. Ace of Pentacles, right? Very, very slowly. Ace of Pentacles was over under here. The defensiveness, I think, to a degree, has to do with their own personal time. 3 of Swords again. 7 of Wands. If you disconnected from this person at some point, which I feel you did, they're really having to recalibrate themselves right now to come back towards you. The Hierophant. The 9 of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups. This person has a long road to go in their own healing journey at the moment. What is this? Judgment. Let's pull some love messages for the collective. What would this person say? What's kind of like their inner monologue? What is their inner monologue at the moment? What is this person's inner monologue towards the collective at the moment? What is this person's inner monologue? You make patience feel like starvation. That's why the door stays open. That's why the door stays open. This person feels like you are just feeding them energetically, just enough. Okay? Just enough to sustain them. Fear disguises itself as pride. Call its bluff. What is this person's inner monologue towards the collective? What is this person's inner monologue towards the collective? One flipped over in there somewhere. I forgive the both of us for not acting better. And you know what? In this situation, it kind of feels a little bit valid. Like, it's almost like you're at a stalemate, right? Like, you can't go any further than this. Every time I walk away, you hold the door open just enough. Right there. Right there. just enough. That's the whole point to all of this. You are standing back to back, right? But you're not walking away from each other. They'd never say it out loud, but you're the standard now. I have a feeling this person definitely sees your standards, and that's why they're like, I can't right now. I can't meet that right now. I still turn to share my victories with you, and then I remember that there's a disconnection, right? Holding that door open just enough. You deserve more than an apology. You deserve nothing less than atonement. You texted, "Hey, my anxiety heard wedding bells." This person definitely feels anxious for sure. I know better, but my heart keeps submitting appeal forms. This is a conflicted person. They keep walking away from you, but you just hold that door open just enough. Just enough. And so do they. So do they. All right. How is the collective feeling about this person? What is the collective's feelings towards this person? The Two of Swords, right? That was underneath all of this, the energy between you. You're choosing not to choose. You're choosing not to choose, which is also a choice. Leaving the door part of the way open. The High Priestess. I think you know what you're doing too. I think you know what you're doing too, right? The Knight of Swords and the Emperor. You are just doing it with a lot more structure and a lot more experience. A lot more wisdom, a lot more connectedness. That's why this person is attracted to you. Okay, because they're not that way. This is an opposites attract situation. How does the collective feel about this person? Two of Pentacles. Two of Wands. I think this Two of Wands is like, you both are like back to square one with this. You're just like, I've got my own things to balance, my own journey to plan out, my own foundation to build. But you do leave this door open. You leave this door open by not choosing, okay? I have a feeling like if you haven't completely cut this person off, like, yeah, you may have cut them off energetically, but if you still see them regularly and you're like, good morning, you know, or you still initiate conversation with them about things, right? You're choosing not to choose. You're energetically connected, but you're not physically you're energetically disconnected, but you're not physically disconnected. And so by not choosing to fully disconnect, you leave that door open just a little. Just a little bit. Right? Four of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's to me withholding your intimacy back from this person, which is the energy that they're looking for from you. Look, the Page of Wands again. That's what they're looking for from you. Is your intimate energy. That is what they seek. Page of Swords. That's what they're looking for. Six of Swords. Not getting it from you anymore. How else does the collective feel about this person? A discussion must be had first. And it's going to happen. This discussion at some point is going to happen, right? You know it, they know it, High Priestess. Okay, collective, I'm going to leave your reading there. I loved this one. All right. If this resonated for you, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, help a girl grow. Okay? Have a good night, collective. We'll talk later.